Ready.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Pat Everett, and I'm calling from the DC Fire. I'm from the DC Fire Department. I'm one of the educators, and Miss Smith invited us to talk to you about fire safety and fire prevention. So let's get started. Okay. Whoops. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to talk about cooking fires, and they are one of the leading causes of burn injuries in seniors. When you're cooking, please wear tight fitting sleeves or short sleeves or no sleeves. A lot of times people will reach over and their sleeves, especially if they have another eye open, and they will reach over and sometimes their sleeves will catch on fire. Please, if you have to leave the kitchen when you're cooking, take something with you to remind you that you are cooking. A pot holder, timer, anything, just as a reminder that you are cooking, that you have things on the stove. We were doing a presentation, a virtual presentation with a senior, and all of a sudden the smoke alarm went off. And all the other seniors were looking around in their homes to see what was going on. And she told us, after she sort of calmed down, then she told us that she was cooking and she forgot that she was cooking, and that's why the smoke alarm went off. No smoke or no damage, no anything. She just turned it off and she was okay. So just please, if you are cooking and you have to leave, make sure you take something just to remind you that you are cooking. Um, Keep paper towels, dishcloths, anything that's flammable, keep them off of the stove. And I tell people that all the time, but year before last year, 19, yeah, I was having work done in my kitchen, and I put a piece of wood on the stove, and I put my pots and pans because the contractor hadn't put my shelves in yet. So I put this piece of wood on the stove and my pots and pans, and we left out. Somehow the eye got turned on, and the next thing I know, my colleagues who are firefighters and officers came to tell me that my house was on fire. And when I got there, I guess it was about 10 pieces of apparatus that came to my home. And the only thing that was burned was my kitchen, and it took my whole kitchen out. So my granddaughter got out and she went across the street, but the dog wouldn't come out. And the firefighters had to actually go in and get him. And they thought it was a person because she kept saying, Rick won't come out, Rick won't come out. And they thought it was a person. So when they went in, they were looking for this person. And the only thing they saw was the little chihuahua. So they brought him out. And everything was okay. But I tell people not to put things on the stove, and that's what I did. So and then please, well, I know this is the summertime, so you're not heating, turning your oven on to heat yourself, or putting pots of water on to either bring steam or heat into the home. Okay, any questions? Okay. Now, anybody know how they're gonna put this fire out? Nobody knows how to put this fire out. I guess not. Okay.
I might try something like baking soda.
Well, go ahead then. Yeah, baking soda. What else? Anything else? Anybody think of anything else? Okay. This is how you put it out. Anybody know how to use a fire extinguisher? Do you all have fire extinguishers? You know how to use a fire extinguisher? Oh, so we need to, Miss Smith, we need to do another on how to, would you all like that or no? To how to use a fire extinguisher. We can do another virtual presentation another day
Yeah,
So
I can
you can
definitely
let me
look
know,
for
Miss Smith. Hmm?
it. Okay, yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, you can let me know. Okay, this young lady right here, she picked up the frying pan, and as you can see, it's coming back on her. She took it to the sink, and we actually had a senior that did that. And when we were at a presentation, and she, um, I think we asked her what happened to her hand, and she told us she picked up the frying pan. She had always done that. She picked up the frying pan and she was taking it to the sink. But this one time, whatever was in the pan came back on her. So we're not going to pick, please don't pick it up. Just leave it, sit. And like Miss Ellen said, you can use baking soda. And this picture you see, you can use a lid, just slide the lid over, turn off the heat source, and just leave it sit for half an hour, 45 minutes. Don't lift the lid back up, because when you do, you can maybe singe everything, your eyebrows and your hair and all. So just leave it covered. And if you're still uncomfortable, just get on the phone and call 911. And so the guys can come out to make sure that everything is okay. And this is just use a lid to cover the pan and smother the fire. And it takes the oxygen away from the fire. Okay, any questions? Um, Smoking, please don't smoke in bed. If you have to smoke, get a family member to go outside with you, on the balcony, on the sidewalk, on your porch. And if you have plants out there, please don't put your cigarettes out in your plants, because that's a fire, because you have mulch in there, and sometimes mulch can catch on fire. So just never put your cigarettes out in your potted plants. If you're drowsy or falling asleep, don't smoke. Okay, and if you have to smoke, just use a large ashtray. You can take the ashtray outside with you also. And you can put sand in there in the ashtray, so you can put your cigarettes out. And if you are on oxygen, and when you unhook yourself, when you take your oxygen off to go smoke, just wait about 10 minutes before you go outside to smoke, because you still have oxygen fumes around you. And then when you come back in, just do the reverse. Just wait about 10 minutes and come back in and put your oxygen back on. So, and then ask if someone can go outside with you, so you have some company while you're smoking, so you won't be lonely outside. Any questions? Okay. Okay. Electrical fires. How many of you using surge protectors? Those are the outlets with maybe 6 or 8. Oh, well, Miss Ellen, I tell you, all right, Miss Ellen, what you got connected to your on your surge protector? You got everything?
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Mostly it's my computer,
Okay.
a landline telephone that needs to be plugged in,
Mm-hmm.
um, w- a lamp in
Oh,
one. I don't have a ton of things in them.
okay, good, good. Okay. And that's what we want you to use. A lot of nowadays we have so many electronics in our homes. And if we have grandchildren, we have even more, because then they're gonna come over, they want to charge their phones, they want to charge everything. So um just make sure that you do have enough surge protectors that that can hold all of your electronics. Microwaves, they have their own shut off. So if something were to happen, it's going to shut itself off. So if you have your microwave connected, you can have your microwave directly into the wall, because like I said, it has a surge protector on it. It has a outlet on it, so it will shut itself off. Any questions about that? Okay. Um, Only use 1 or 2 appliances in if you plugging directly into the wall because you don't want to overheat anything. And a lot of times, and people will say, well, when the firefighters came to my home, they tore up my house. Well, they're going to, and they did it to mine, trust me. They put holes in my walls, but they were looking for fire that may have been in the wall. So they did a little bit of damage to my home, and which was okay. It was okay. Extension cords, we really recommend that you use those for temporary use. Christmas time to plug in your lights, your Christmas tree. And if you're going to use if you have a window unit, air conditioning unit, um, do they have window units or is it central air, Miss Smith, there at the village?
Here we have central air, but it
Oh,
really
good.
depends on, everyone's individual circumstance. Some people have air units, I mean, window units, some people have central air.
Okay.
Just kind of depends.
Okay, if you're using the window units, please make sure that the if it's not plugged directly into the wall, just make sure that if you have it plugged into an extension cord, that it's one of the heavy duty, not the little white or brown extension cords. Those are not, they can't hold or handle the wattage that's coming off of the window unit. So just make sure you have one of the appliance extension cords. Any questions about that? And if you are going to have electrical work or you see something's wrong with your outlet, let management know so they can have an electrician come in to make sure that everything is good with that outlet. Okay, any questions? Okay. This is an electrical overload. As you can see, they have well, I won't say 1,000, but they got 1,000 things plugged into that one surge protector. And that's what we don't want you to do. That's too much. And they have cheater plugs. Those are the little plugs that have the little, this is two, and then they have the little prong that you can use to go into the outlet. Just be very, very careful that you're not plugging in too much at one time. And don't run your cords across your doorways or either under your furniture because you're walking and that's friction on those cords. And then that will make it, it'll fray your cords and then you will have a fire. Heater safety, we're not going to, well, use just 3 feet clearance. This is summertime is coming and remember, use a 3-foot clearance around anything that can burn. Okay. You all check your smoke alarms yourselves just to test or just to make sure. I'm sure maintenance, you have facilities that come through, Ms. Smith, to check their smoke alarms.
So, people don't live at the village. They all
Oh.
live individually, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, okay. So they live in their own homes or
Yeah.
apartments?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Anyone live in your own homes? Are you checking your smoke alarms? Oh, okay, Miss Ellen, you live in a house or apartment?
A house.
Oh.
I don't check it faithfully. The smoke alarms were installed to go right into the electricity of the house.
Okay, okay.
And I think that there's a button on it that you can push to check whether it's still, active,
Working or not? Okay,
working.
okay.
And I haven't done that in a long time.
Miss Ellen, you can use a broom handle and just push the button to make sure that it's working. Mine were working during the fire, thank goodness. Mine were working, but just make sure that you test them at least every 2 months just to make sure that they are working so you can, if not, and then too, we do provide, if you live in your own home, we do provide smoke alarms. The inspectors or the firefighters will come out and they will install them for you. Anybody else checking, live in their own home, checking their smoke alarms? Or have smoke alarms and they're checking them? Okay. Um, if you have the battery operated, if you live in your own home and you have battery operated smoke alarms, when you hear them go off, and most of the time they go off at the worst time, midnight, or sometimes when you're so sleepy, don't get up and take the battery out. If you can, just change the battery, then, or get someone to change it for you. And now we're putting in the 10-year lithium batteries. So the only thing you have to do every 10 years is get a new one. We can put it in for you. It's free of charge as long as you live in your own home. And they're good, like I said, for 10 years. Any questions or concerns? Okay. Anybody have carbon monoxide detectors in their home, and do you have 'em, if you have a basement, you have them in your basement or upstairs outside your sleeping area? This diagram shows the recommended locations for your smoke alarms and your CO detectors. Your CO detector can go in your hall upstairs, outside your bedroom. It can go in your outside your living room or even your living room. Don't put them too close to the kitchen, either one, the smoke alarm or the CO detector, because it's gonna drive you crazy if you put it in the kitchen. So just put it by your living room, and then down in your basement, especially if you have fuel burning, if you have gas, dryer, hot water heater, furnace, or anything like that. So you can put them down in, and we don't have any carbon monoxide detectors. So we just have the smoke alarms right now. Okay. And then you just need to know the difference between the different sounds that your smoke alarm would make and low battery in your carbon monoxide detector. Any questions? Okay. And these are just some of the safety tips. Like I just said, if you have gas fueled appliances in your basement, furnace, hot water heater, dryer, um, make sure you have your detector there and it's working. How many of you change your, after each wash, your um, lint filter on your washing machine, on your dryer? And then and then the line that goes to the outside, you need to clean that because there's accumulation of lint in there. So if you can buy a brush, I understand, and you can clean it out yourself, or you can have someone to come and clean it. But just make sure that you do clean the vent that's going to the outside. And then, as usual, every year, just have someone come in, and if you're in your own home, to check your appliances, your furnace, anything that's heated. Or now, how many of you have fireplaces in your home? And are you using those? Okay. Okay, no fireplaces. Good. Okay. And a lot of people, especially in the wintertime, will bring charcoal grills in to grill. I just figured, leave it outside, put a coat on, put your boots on, your earmuffs, your gloves, whatever, run outside, turn your hamburger and hot dogs over and run back in. But never bring your grill inside because there's carbon monoxide that's escaping and you don't want that. And then next thing you know, we'll be standing over top of you or taking you out to the hospital. So just make sure nobody brings in a grill into your home. Any questions? Okay. Now we're going to talk about how to get out of your home. Anybody here, have you done a drill? You know how to get out of your home? Oh, I see all these heads shaking. No. So how do you think you're going to get out, Miss Ellen? Uh-oh. You don't know.
By the grace of God, I hope.
Well, suppose he's taking his nap just about then. Then what happens? Suppose he's taking a nap. And then what?
I'm
No.
stuck. Yeah.
You, no, we don't want you to be stuck in there. Miss Smith, how you gonna get out? Uh-oh.
Well, Miss Everett,
By the grace of God, too.
yeah, I realized I have some work to do too. I don't have a safety plan or an escape plan, or I'm thinking I probably could climb out of my window.
Wait, what? Are you in a home or apartment?
I'm in an apartment, but I'm on the bottom floor, so I've gotten a little lucky there. I would be able to get out of the window if I had to, but then there's still some challenges once I'm back there. So I need to think about that.
Do you have bars on your window?
No.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, even if you are on the bottom floor or in a home, wherever, home or apartment, you need to come up with a plan. And so you can get out and get out safely. And don't stop to call us on the phone. Don't stop to dial 911. You call 911 once you get out and you get to a meeting place, which nobody has a meeting place. So do you have family members living with you? Well, you all haven't practiced and they don't know how to get out either. How about pets? Anybody got pets? Dogs, cats, birds, chipmunks, rabbits? Okay. Whoever is in the home with you, just make sure that you sit down, and now's a good time to sit down with family or even yourself and come up with a plan on how you to get out. And if you need our help to get out, meaning the firefighters help to get out, how many of you know where your nearest firehouse is? Anybody know where okay, Miss Ellen, where's your nearest firehouse?
It's on, I believe,
Uh-oh.
East Street near 15th.
15th and D?
50, maybe it is D. 15th and D Southeast.
Yeah, that's engine 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you need our help in getting out, or can you evacuate safely?
Well, if I was on the second floor, I don't know that I would have a plan. I live in a townhouse that's has an English basement and then 2 stories up above.
Okay. Can you get out of your basement if you're in your basement?
There's 2 doors, front and back. It would depend, I suppose, on where the fire was.
Is. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, well, I would have to make sure I had keys nearby.
You don't keep your keys in the door? Do you, or
No.
you don't keep them hung up somewhere near, so only thing you have to do is reach up and get it and open your door?
No.
Okay. So you have to search for your keys? Is that
Well,
what you're telling
I
me?
always leave them in the same place, kind of in the middle of the house on a mantle on the first floor. But if the fire was anywhere near that, I wouldn't be able to get them.
Well, and not only that, it gets, people think they can see in the smoke and you can't. You become disoriented when you're sucking in the smoke. So if possible, just keep them by your door if you can. And just so something happens, they're right there, you just reach up and go and get them, opposed to searching around because you become disoriented. And then plus you losing time getting out. We want you to get out as fast and as quick as you can, get away from the house. So just make sure that your keys are ready and accessible so you can get out.
Okay.
Any questions about that? And if you have to get down low and crawl, just make sure, how many of you know exactly how many pats it is down from your bedroom door to your exit, to your stairwell, to your stairs? So if it's smoky upstairs in your on your second floor, and you come out and you're trying to get out, do you know how far you have to go?
Yes.
You do. Good, good. And when you're traveling, and that's a good thing to do too, when you're traveling and you're staying in a hotel, motel, just make sure once you get in there, you look and make sure you have a sprinkler head and a smoke alarm. And then once you get settled, you all get settled, you need to come back out and pat down the wall to where your exit, your first exit is. So, and make sure you ask the concierge where those stairwells will lead you, because you're in a new environment and you don't know where anything is. So once you get on that stairwell, we want you to be able, you and your family, to be able to come out and get to safety. Now on your bed stand, we want you to keep some of your essential items. How many of you have a whistle? Anybody got a whistle? Okay, Miss Ellen, where's your whistle?
It's on my key ring. So it's not by my bedside.
Okay, Miss Ellen. All righty. Well, we want you to keep one on your nightstand beside your bed. So if you are trapped in your room and you can't get out, then and your doors closed, just keep blowing that whistle so the firefighters will know that you are in that room, even though you may have called on your cell phone that you can't get out. But just, and that also alerts your family to let them know that you're still in the house and that you haven't been able to get out. So just keep blowing that whistle till the firefighters get in there to bring you out. Now, do not stand by the window. You can hold something out or put something at the window, but don't stand directly in front of the window, because when the firefighters come and they put that ladder up to the window, they're going to break that glass, and you don't want to be anywhere near there. So stand on the side, and when they come in, if you think they don't see you, you can just pull their arm and let them know that you are right there and that you are waiting to be rescued. Keep your eyeglasses on your nightstand if you're wearing eyeglasses, so that you'll be able um, to get out, and you won't fall and hurt yourself. And if you use a cane or anything like that to get yourself out, just make sure that that's by your nightstand also. So we're going to keep your eyeglasses, your whistle, and your cane or walker by your bedside so you can get out, and your telephone. So you can call 911 if you can't get out. And a lot of people will still, even though they see the fire truck or see us outside, they'll still call, because it's comforting when you can hear a human voice and you letting them know that you're still in the house and exactly where you are. Okay, any questions? Well, all right then. Okay. Um, can somebody tell me the leading cause of death for older adults? Some of the leading causes of death.
Cooking fires.
Smoking.
There you go. There you go. Um, if you're on oxygen, is it okay for you to smoke?
No way.
You said no way, Miss Allen. All right. Okay. But if you do have to smoke, just when you take your oxygen tank off, just let it wait, like we said, 10 minutes before you go outside, because you have the fumes around you, and reverse it coming back in. Just wait 10 minutes and come on back in, and you can start smoking again. Let me see. How many ways out should you include in your escape plan? How many ways to get out of your home? 2?
I would say 2.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ellen. Miss Smith,
My guess
since you
was
got some
2
homework to do.
3. My
Hmm?
guess was 2 to 3, even though 3, I'm trying to think of 3, and that seems like a lot, so maybe 2.
Yeah, 2. 2 is fine. Are you gonna put water on a grease fire?
No.
No.
Oh, wow, everybody's head is shaking. All right, okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, what type of sleeve should you have on when you're cooking? When you're in there frying chicken, fish, hot dogs, hamburgers?
Short
What kind
and
of,
tight.
or in the summertime
Short
is
sleeves
you
or
feeding
tight
them?
one.
All right, Miss Ellen, I tell you. Okay, yeah, or no sleeves. Okay, just as long as it's, when you reach over something, you won't catch on fire. And I know you all were taught this when you were in school. How, if your clothes catch on fire, what you gonna do? Everybody should tell me, huh?
Lay down and roll around, roll over, turn over.
Well, okay. And then we've added a part, you cover your face, and that helps keep as much smoke and fire out of your face. Okay. And Miss Smith, since you got plaits, since you got if they catch on fire, what you gonna do?
I'm sorry, if who catches on fire?
Your hair. You have
Oh,
the
my
braids.
hair.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
I'm sorry, there's someone at the door. Give me 1 second to get
Okay,
that. I'll be
okay.
right back.
Okay. Does anybody know if your hair catches on fire? Oh, here she's back. Okay. Miss Smith, your hair is on fire.
I don't know what I would do if my head was on fire. I guess I'd try and roll around or something like Miss Ellen
Just roll it
suggested.
on
I
if there's a
suppose.
wall or something right there.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then call 911. Okay.
Okay.
Just be very, very careful.
Miss Everett, would you want, like, if you had a towel or a piece of clothing nearby, would you want to try to smother it with that?
You could do that, but then you're moving too. So when you move, you're adding more air to the
Okay.
fire. So you probably just want to stand there and just wherever you are, just roll it against the wall until it goes out.
Okay,
Make sense?
I guess, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, any other questions? Let me, since you all still look sort of perplexed, let me get one of the firefighters to come over and answer that question. Oh, Captain, I need your help. You busy?
Yeah, I gotta get the people downstairs.
Okay. Lieutenant Bailey. Can you come over for a minute? Please. Okay, Lieutenant Bailey's gonna come over and so we can talk about the hair. Here she comes. They're still looking perplexed. I asked them what would they do if their hair caught on fire. And they're still looking sort of perplexed. This is Lieutenant Bailey.
Yeah, I mean, if they're here caught on fire,
Their hair. Mhm.
I'll just put like a jacket or there's something to
She just asked me that question. And I told her, she would be moving and adding more air, but just use a
you
jacket.
want to smother the fire so that's the ultimate goal is to smother it. So if you have something like a
Come on, move up. So,
real
yeah.
thick, you can just put over there and then just kind of pat it up and that should smother the fire.
Because the lady asked me about a towel or something like that.
Yeah, even a towel, there's something to put it out, but you really don't want to try to go outside and, you want to immediately just try to get something to smother it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Lieutenant. Appreciate you. Okay. Well, if there are no more questions, Ms. Smith?
Yeah, I actually have one question for those
Okay.
who are still on. Is there any other information regarding fire safety or anything regarding the fire department that you guys would like to know about? Any other type of programming you want us to bring around this type of information?
Well, fireworks, 4th of July is coming up. And if you have grills, if you're gonna cook outside or your family's gonna cook outside, your grill needs to be 10 feet from anything that's gonna burn, including your home. So, and then make sure you have, some people have fire extinguishers next to or near their grill in case something happens. So you can have fire extinguisher. You can use coarse sand, but just be very, very careful. And when you, if you're using charcoal, make sure you put them in a metal container once it cools down, and just put it at the back of your, in the back of your yard. So if you put them in the trash can and they're hot, that's a fire. So just leave them in the can until the next day, and then you can empty them into your trash. But do not put them in there while they're hot. And with the, I don't know how many of you will be using fireworks, but just be very, very careful. If you're gonna have little people near you, just be very, very careful that they're not picking up anything that's going out, or even the lit, the lit fireworks. Just be very careful. And we will be out looking. So just be very, very careful with your fireworks and anything that your family would purchase. And you may be outside with the fireworks. So just keep, well, we have to stay 6 feet now, but just keep as much distance between you and the fireworks that will that you're lighting.
Okay.
And yeah, and then we talked about your window units. If you have those, just make sure that you do have the proper cord so that you can plug it in, and it'll you won't have a fire. Anything else anybody can think of?
Nope.
Ms. Smith?
No, that's all. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this presentation for us.
And if you all have any questions or information, and if you all want us to do a fire extinguisher demonstration with you, we have a digital simulator, and we can show you how to put the fire out. And if you will do it virtual, or if you want to wait until the pandemic is over, we can come out and bring it and show you how to use it, so you'll be comfortable. We're not saying that you should use it to, if you're uncomfortable, just call 911 and get out. Make sure you close your door, get your family moving. But if you are interested, we can show you virtual, or you can wait until everything is over and we can come out. And the firefighters usually will come with us. So, if you have any other questions about how to use the fire extinguisher, or questions about if you have too many things plugged in, or you think there's a hazard in your home or something. So.
Hi,
Any
Patricia.
questions?
We got a question in the chat from Bob, and he said,
Okay.
how do we follow up on the fire detectors installation by the DC Fire Department?
How does he follow up? You mean as far as us
He
coming
said for
out
the
to
fire, you asked about our fire detectors,
your
our
smoke
smoke
alarm?
alarms. Yes, our
Uh-huh.
smoke alarms, and that the fire department, they provide them.
Yes, and
Yeah.
here's the I can give you the number, Miss. The number is 727-1614.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. And they'll just ask you a day and a time that you would like for them to come out. And they are battery operated smoke alarms.
I like that 10-year battery. That'll probably outlast me.
I don't know what to say about that one, but it may not. No, you outlasted. You outlasted.
We'll
But yeah,
try.
that's what we're putting in now, the 10-year. So you and the smoke alarm will be around the same time.
You too.
Well, thank you, dear. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any other questions?
It's a great presentation. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for listening to me. And you have the number. So if you need to call about smoke alarms, or even if you just have any questions, this is the Fire Marshal's Office, the Fire Prevention Division. And that number, when you call, you can get some help or some answers. And if you think there's something in your home that doesn't look right, or you just feel, sometimes you walk past something or see something, you just don't feel right about it, just call us, and so we can come out and see what's going on.
Okay, great.
Any
Thank
more
you.
questions? No, thank you. Thank you. Any more questions or concerns?
No, thanks
Well, if
very
not-
much, Miss Everett.
Well, no, thank you all for listening to me. And you all have a good rest of the week, and then happy 4th of July to you all, and you all enjoy and be safe. And
You
thanks,
too.
Ms. Smith, for inviting us out today.
Yes, thank you guys for participating, and you'll be able to find the recording on our YouTube channel in a couple of days if you wanted to come back and, revisit any information.
Yeah, and the number and our website is fems.dc.gov.
Okay.
You got that? Okay.
Yep,
And
we got it.
thank you all. Thank you all for inviting us out. And when you want the fire extinguisher training, just let Ms. Smith know so she can get in contact with us.
Okay, guys. Well,
Okay,
enjoy
thank
the
you.
rest of your afternoon.
You too, and thank you, and bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
All right.